and Dawn to Chico. Collin has shown here, he's a photographer who does a lot of natural landscapes. This portion right here is the photograph, and this was challenging to Dawn because she couldn't find the right paper that would adhere to the painting and that she could just work with. And then her other challenge was matching the blacks. And when I went to do a studio visit, Dawn had about 20 samples of different blacks that she had on the side, just trying to match them. And as you can see, it's a gorgeous piece. It's got a lot of Dawn's signature touches where she scrapes into the canvas or just does very quick brush strokes. Up here, this is a typical Dawn with a lot of quick gestural drawing. So some of the artists were totally flabbergasted and surprised when I asked them to work collaboratively. Marilyn just said, I have some photographs that I think might work, come on over and look at them. And the minute I saw them, I knew they would work with Jose's stuff. So in the back of each one of these is Marilyn's photograph, that's Marilyn Baldy, and in the front is a work by Jose Avila. And if you've seen his work, you know that this is a typical motif of his, the circle. And again, here's the photograph. And here is the photograph, and all of this is Jose's additional work. So Jose does wood assemblage, and Marilyn Baldy is an award-winning and well-known photographer in the area. The pairings of artists that suggested themselves. When I sent out the call for the artists, I was amazed at how some of the artists were so excited that I almost felt like they were in the room talking to me. Their excitement just jumped off the email, actually. So this is painter Erika Gerald, and she and I actually had a show here about 2 years ago, and Alexandra Moman, whom I don't know, but Erika said, I know an artist, this would be perfect, and you know, she just got me so excited about it. So Alexandra's a photographer, and these little bits here are collaged on. So this is actually a collage as well, and Erika painted all of the background. You can see the painting is very exuberant, it's very bright, her palette's very bright, and it's very expressionistic as well. So that is their pairing, and they contributed 4 works to the show, and they're all equally as wonderful. You know, just a real feeling, a lot of motion, a lot of excitement, a lot of joy in the picture. Hi, so this piece is done by Marc Bouwer, who's a photographer who lives here in Red Bank, and by Andy Powlin, who beads found objects. So when Andy had already done some beading on a flat surface, but Marc was pretty totally surprised and didn't really realize how it was going to work. So I had a meeting with the 2 artists over at Marc's house. We selected some photographs that everybody liked. We debated about the best way to mount them. So the mounting is actually, this is a metal piece, which is a really nice piece for this treatment because you don't need any additional hardware on the back or anything else. And I think that then we discussed where the beading would go, and then Andy went and Marc had the prints made up, sent them directly to Andy, and Andy went to work on the beading. And I think this is absolutely a beautiful application of the beads onto both of these surfaces. Up here you can see it's a little bit loose with the hair, which I think is a beautiful touch. Only part of the roses covered with beads. The challenge here was to let each piece shine through to its best. Neither technique, neither artist overwhelms the other one, and they were both very cognizant of that.